Hey then, folks, welcome to the GM's Alcove. Got a little hobby vlog update. What I've been up to, what I recently got, received in the mail, and so on and so forth, all regarding my hobby. And first up, jumping right into this, we got Adventure Conqueror King System ACKS. I just picked this up on Amazon, as well as a whole slew of PDFs. I'm going to be doing some reviews on this, flip-throughs and that kind of thing. But right now, I'm just showing you what I got. And I'm really excited about this. This, of course, is based on BX or BECME. It's its own thing, though. It's not a clone or a reprint or anything like that, or reimagined, whatever. This is its own thing. It kind of does what, in my opinion, it does what Hyperborea does for first edition AD&D. Hyperborea being 3rd edition Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea, as it was formerly known. This uses race as class, of course, as is the tradition with more traditional D&D games. It's got all your spells in here. It's got a full listing of monsters, notes for the GM or the judge, however you want to term it, as well as its own campaign setting, which it doesn't go into too much detail here. It does mention it in spots. But yes, it does have its own setting. It's been around since 2014. I never heard of it. It's got a lot of supplements and expansions. Not an overwhelming amount, but a lot of good stuff to draw on. So I'm really excited about this. Stay tuned in the coming weeks, days perhaps. I'm going to do a full-on review, and you might actually see some live plays. Would you guys like to see that? I hope so, because that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm really excited about this. Again, right up there with my plans for Hyperborea. So there you go. We got this recently, and I am stoked. Something else I picked up for my solo RPG stuff. I've got Ironsworn. I just picked this up off Drive Through RPG, the full book for the core game of Ironsworn. I'm going to be checking this out. I'll probably be running demo games, or not demo games, but I'll be playing this online for you guys through Foundry. And I'm excited to try this out and see what stories we can tell. I do have the PDF for this and have played it a little bit. And I'm excited to check this out. So Ironsworn, doing that. And also for solo gaming, and I highly recommend this for anyone doing solo RPGs. This is really useful. Especially that it could be used with just about any game. This is basically the GM emulator. That's what this little booklet will do. And I got this off Drive Through as well. Of most use for this is going to be the Oracle, of course, that comes with this, and some random events and so on and so forth. This is a complete system. Tells you how to simulate a GM in your games. But at the same time, if you don't want to use the system itself, Mythic, you could actually pull bits and pieces from this. Like, for instance, the Oracle. So, yeah. So I get deeper into solo RPGs this year. I'm going to show these off and let you guys in on how I handle solo RPGs. So I did get these over the past few months. So look forward to that. Finally, some other acquisitions. I did get the Gazetteer. I had this originally, and I just got the one off the Drive Through RPG, Grand Duchy of Karameikos. And this is great. If you're interested in the Mystara setting from D&D, you can't go wrong with these Gazetteers. And this is really well done by Drive Through RPG. So yeah, I got this. And I also got for Golden Glory, a few months back actually, AD&D 2nd edition. This is really useful. I mean, if you're going to play AD&D 2nd edition and you want a base to set your games up from, because I know 2nd edition itself is all over the place with options and this and that, the actual rules. But this would still be useful to help you decide how to base your game. Like in my case, if I play it, I'll probably start with this. and then just add things from AD&D Second Edition proper to the games. But I don't know. This is something that I just really wanted, alongside Osric for First Edition AD&D. I haven't had a chance to read it too much, but so far I like what I see. Well put together. Yeah. So there. That's what I got earlier. And finally, I got some miniatures finished off. I got some Fantasy Knights I just finished off in 10 mil. Here's a little look at them. This, of course, is a commission. I'll be posting the proper video on this collection on my other channel, Forge and Brush Wargaming Creations. You'll be able to see that in all its glory. You can subscribe to that. Look in the description. And here's a little quick look at them. 10 mil Pendragon Fantasy Knights. And, of course, I'll mention my 40K progress. It's hard to see them. They're just primed. I've got 5 intercessors put together and primed, as well as a captain. I have some bikers to do. And I'll be posting more stuff on this as I get along. I still have to pick a faction for these guys. Those that know me know that my main faction is actually Sisters of Battle. But I have so many of these guys. I got to paint them up. Right? Why not? So yeah, that's what's been going on. And also, I'm going to be posting a video soon of a massive collection of 10 mil fantasy models sent along by my friend James. Shout out to James. You know who you are. He was kind enough to have a whole slew of miniatures sent along my way. Here's a look at them. For fantasy, they're 10 mil. All kinds of models here. We've got serpent folk, dwarves, elves, all kinds of different manufacturers, irregular miniatures, Magister Militum, Pendragon, Trolls Under the Bridge. There is just a ton of them. You can see some of them. And I'm going to be doing a separate video for these later on and show you what I'm going to be painting later this year. Pretty excited about this, actually. Not sure what rules I'll use to fight some battles, but I'm sure I've got a lot to choose from, so it'll be fun looking through all those games. So, pretty much, folks, that's what I've been up to, and that's what I've got recently. And I should also mention this. This is a D&D 3rd edition book that I purchased back in the day. Book of Vile Darkness. Really useful book. If you're into that sort of thing, there's another book I want to dig out as well. I think it's called Ghost Walk. Very interesting stuff to have in your collection. And this is one such book. You guys want to see me do a flip through of this in the future, well, let me know. Again, this is D&D 3rd edition. Money Cook. Yeah, I'll show this off because I did mention it in a recent paint-along that I did with that warning label. Oh boy, look out. Yeah, so there it is. Nice fat book, too. All right, folks, that's what I've received lately. That's what's on the reading desk and what you can see more of in the coming days. More solo RPG stuff, Hyperborea soon, and ACKS, Adventurer, Conqueror, King. Very excited about this. Tell me what you think, folks. What's your favorite book you'd like to see me flip through and take a look at or run games of? Let me know in the comments, and I'll be sure to oblige. Till next time, folks, you guys hang in there. It's only going to get better. Till next time, toodaloos.